In the Mix is presented by California Pizza Kitchen. Visit them today at the Holiday Resort Hotel.
Hafa everyone. Welcome to another episode of In the Mix. I'm Sabrina Salas-Matanani with Alexa, launch digital co-host.
Hafa everyone. Thanks for joining us. We've got another exciting show this week. Sabrina will be hitting the gym with Guam's UFC fighter Jon Tuck. But that's not all. They'll also be dripping in finesse. Also in the lineup, the history behind Submit from the men who started it all. And Carmen and Vic will head over to California Pizza Kitchen for the news feed. It's going to be an epic show, so stay tuned.
Let's get this show started and hit it up with Jon Tuck to see whether he's got finesse inside and outside of the cage.
Let's be real, Jon Tuck is good at what he does. Otherwise, he wouldn't be fighting in the UFC. But Tuck didn't get to where he is today without dedication and pushing himself to his limits.
So how often do you work out, Jon?
At least 2 times to 3 times a day, about 6 hours, depending if I'm close to camp or how far out, right? But usually two on average.
Like most kids growing up in Guam, the jungle was his playground. He'd come home just before the streetlights would turn on. He admits he had asthma growing up and wasn't a very studious kid, which prevented him from playing sports.
I wasn't able to do like football or wrestling, baseball even, but just happened, you know.
His road to the UFC began when he was 22 years old, when he decided to check out his cousin who was teaching jiu-jitsu with Ground Fu in Jordan.
Once a week, it turned into twice a week turned into 3 times a week.
I'm gonna jump in over here so I'm not.
And then I eventually, it just took over.
And Tuck excelled in the sport quickly, competing internationally in jiu-jitsu and in MMA fights here in Guam and in the Philippines with PXC. He also had a brief stint on UFC's Ultimate Fighter TV show.
I didn't get to stay in the house because I lost the entry to get in the house, but that same week, I left because I left to be in the Ultimate Fighter, but it was very unique because my daughter was born that week that I left. You know, so I missed her birth for my chance to be in the UFC, and that's why I'm always like fighting hard to make sure that, you know, gotta make sure I put on the best show for not only for just myself but the family and you know where I'm from.
He eventually made it into the big show, fighting with UFC now for several years, making his family proud. Matter of fact, his wife is a BJJ practitioner, and their 5-year-old daughter, well, looks like she might share the same passion.
She tries to strike and kick me, but she's like really strong. Tries to choke me. She'll like put her grandparents in like guillotines and like, you know, just because she just like wants to hug them and love them, but she's like pure grappler from the beginning, you know. So
Are you putting her in?
Well, she actually does jiu-jitsu, but she hasn't been consistent yet. You know, I don't want to force it too much to her, but she's really she's got the natural athleticism, which is nice, you know.
Well, is it your wife? She does jiu-jitsu, right?
Yes. Yeah, she's a purple belt. She's a brown belt level, so she's really good.
What belt are you?
Right now I'm a black belt. Black belt, first stripe, actually, first degree. But yeah, so it's just a family of grapplers and martial artists.
So what's it like to train with a UFC fighter? I'm not about to find out, but I was down for an abbreviated warm-up.
1, 2. Just do okay. So
1, 2.
So 1, 2, and then 1, 2, and then 1, 2. Go ahead. There you go. No, you're good. Go ahead. Just hit on my chin. There you go.
Am I getting it right?
Yeah.
1, 2. Is this all you got? Tuck, come on, Tuck.
Oh,
No, I'm joking.
You want the
I'm
knockout
joking.
power.
Come
Sorry.
on. 1, 2.
There you go.
1, 2.
There you go.
1, 2. 1, 2. I'm gonna do 1, 2.
If you're a good dancer, you could be a good striker. If you're a good striker with good footwork, you can be a good dancer.
Okay.
That's what I say.
I'm gonna put you to the test of that dancing.
I am. I'm up for it.
Really now. It's definitely time for Remix. Enter Cami. You might have seen her. She's with Skip Entertainment Company, which just gained over 4 million views on Instagram with their dance routine to one of Cardi B's hits. She met us at Paradise in Dededo to put Tuck to the test.
Up, side, back, side. Stretch out. Knee down, grab your leg. Now you're gonna sit on your butt and butterfly. And up. Slowly down. Hold it. Down.
After the warm-up, it was time for the choreography. The song Cami chose was Drippin' in Finesse with Bruno Mars and, of course, Cardi B. Oh my, here we go.
If I don't get this right, I don't deserve to be a champion. I'm just kidding.
3, hit, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Magnet, 1, 2, floor, shake, boom, boom, stop, dance. Oh, turn 1, 2, 3, shake and shake, 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 shake together. Out. Make it good. Right.
Okay, after 2 hours, it was time to put it all together. So without further ado, here's the final cut.
Nah, hold it.
So, Alexa, Ask Digital co-host, what did you think?
I'm impressed. Great job. Although it was more like you were dripping in sweat. I don't know about finesse.
Oh, I was tired. Come on, give me a break. But great job, Cami. And what the tuck? He can dance. Great job, Jon. Stay tuned. In the Mix continues after the break.